Okay, I think we're live. All right. Welcome everybody. I am just okay. It is March. And we're gonna do things a little bit backwards because I promised Laura she didn't have to be on. But I am gonna ask if consultants, if you could just introduce yourself to Laura and just tell her your name, how long you've had your business, and um one thing you want her to know about you, just real quick, and we'll start there with Mandy. And everybody's off camera. What's going on? Okay, Mandy, you get to go first.
Oh, my name is Mandy, and I've had my business for 3 years.
I love
Fantastic.
it. Hi, Mandy. What do you love about
Hey,
your Mary Kay business?
what do I love about my Mary Kay
Uh-huh.
business? Um, well, I love the product and I love my customers
I
She
love
loves
that.
me. She
I-
loves me too.
and I love Mimi.
Me too.
Okay, Donna, your turn.
Oh my goodness. You can hear me?
And we can see you.
I'm the amazing Donna Hardin. Yay. And I've had my business for 18 years. And I love the products and I love the girlfriend time. And I love my customers. Yes.
I love that. We had a lot of love going on in this room. I love it.
We have lots of love. Lots of love. I know Debbie's eating dinner, so I don't know if you wanted to come off the if you wanted to come on and just tell us. Okay, there she is. Go ahead.
I'm swallowing.
You're fine.
Okay, it's going to be 3 years in May for me with Mary Kay. And I just love Mary Kay. She's in my heart. She's in my soul. She's all a part of me. And since I was 19 years old.
Mm.
So
Wow.
that's all I can say.
Fantastic.
Happy
So
you're
glad. Hey, Michaelin.
Uh-oh. Hi, Michaelin. I've had my business I think about 2 months, something like that.
Yay.
And I'm a nurse and I'm enjoying it so far, just trying to launch um, but yeah, so
I love it. You see a lot of people with skin.
Yes.
yes, I do. I take care of babies and children. That's I only see kids, but
That's actually how I met her 21 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah, crazy. And would you like to introduce your guest real quick? Because I don't want to put Leanne on the spot.
Yes, my cousin Leanne, I think, because she's been doing the Wednesday call, and I think she thought today was Wednesday, and she got
Yeah,
on,
that's
and
okay.
so anyway, she Leanne is from Louisiana, and in recent years it moved to Texas, so she
Beautiful.
and she and her family are in Texas. So
All right. Welcome, welcome, Leanne and Michael, and glad you're here. Everybody's here. Janelle is here. And I know Janelle's refrigerator just went out just before the call. So I know she's probably not going to be talking. Um, but Janelle's had her business a really long time too. Okay. Um, I am going to, I'm Mimi Novak, and I've had my business for 23 years. And I am excited to have my friend Laura. I've never met it in person. We've been on Zoom together for a while. But this woman, I love this woman, and she lights a fire under me. I'm going to introduce her. She's got accolades, but I just have to tell you that this woman right here, she inspires me, and she lights a fire under me. And there's times, many times, girl, where I'm like, you better get up because Laura's gonna be like totally beat you. And this last week, this woman sold what? $1,400, $1,300, $1,400,
13.
$1,300 last week. So we have lots of things that we can learn from her. I'm so excited. So let me just tell you about her. Laura has been in business for 10 years. She has earned the use of 4 free career cars. She has been in the National Queen's Court of Sales 4 times. Okay, which means she's got diamonds for, lots of fingers. And she was nominated, was Miss Go Give for her national area. She is an offspring of Lily Gautreaux. And she came in like I did for personal use, and she did not think she had time for parties. Okay. Too busy because she has 3 boys. She was never given a facial. She was never given a facial, you guys. Okay. She helped her recruiter with a coffee share and signed on the spot. All right. That's fantastic. I didn't know that. And her quote at the end, she says, "I love that I get to empower women to become the best version of themselves." And it helps her create a schedule that works for her and her grandchildren. So please, everybody, give a big welcome to Laura Gordon.
Mimi, you're too sweet. You're too kind to me. I love you, friend.
No, you don't even know. I'm so sincere.
I don't know if you know this, but when I first saw Mimi over on, because we see each other on Zoom or posts and stuff, and I nicknamed her Mimi with the great hair, just Mimi with the good hair. And that's how I remembered Mimi with the good hair. And it's Mimi with the good hair. And so Mimi always has good hair, and I love her to death. And she speaks Spanish, which is it touches my heart because so do I. And we've had our moments, sales directors as women, and this tribehood that brings us together. And, Leanne, it's not that you made a mistake. I truly believe that you're in the right place at the right time. And so if you're a guest of somebody here tonight, I hope that you walk away with an open heart and you take it all in. And then maybe you get off this Zoom and you say, you know what? I was meant to be on Tuesday night because I want to be part of this tribe. Okay. And so there's never anything wrong in Mary Kay, because always remember this, they don't know what you don't know. And so I'm not going to keep talking about just myself or everything or what we already know. Mimi brought me on here to share with you guys a little bit about lead generating. And as you beauties know, leads are like, it's like the vessel that go to our hearts. It's like the blood that flows in our bodies. It's like the air that goes into our lungs. And without leads, without those things, our body doesn't run, it doesn't function. And without those leads, our business doesn't build, right? We are not in the selling business. Okay, that is not our job. We are not in the selling business. Our job is to get women's opinion on the products that you have, that we sell. Okay, that was Mary Kay's concept, is find somebody, make them feel special. Okay. Put the product on their face and get their opinion on it. Sure, you might give away a couple Go Give parties, but you did your job. You hug them, you greet them with kindness, you let them go, because I'll tell you one thing, you've planted the seed. And what you want to do is you want to create the relationships that down the road, my favorite thing to say is, I'm not going to lock the door and keep you in here. All right. But I do have sales for my people at the end of the party. So if there's something that you'd like to purchase for myself, if not today, then maybe down the road. You are supporting a small business. And when you support me, you support myself, my grandchildren, because I get to pay for all my grandchildren's activities, swimming and gymnastics and anything else that they want to do when we walk into the dollar store. How fun is that, right? And so by giving a free facial pampering, they do come back. I do hope that someday that you're walking down that aisle, that you need a new mascara, that you think of me. And so all you're doing is you're providing the trust into those people to come back and shop from you. So let's talk about where those leads are going to come, where those leads are coming from. And so we all should have at least 3 to 5 types of lead generating, okay, activities that are there for your business. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, at one point they tell us, go through our family and friends. How many of you did that? Okay, how many of you hit that wall with all of them? There was no more family and friends, and we sort of like, Aunt Susie bought so many mascaras, she had no idea what to do with them, right? Because she was the last one to save you out. Okay, neighbors and friends, and we go through church people and our kids' friends, mothers, and everybody else. And so what am I going to do? And one thing I tell my consultants is that you can't tell me there's no one to facial, because everyone out there has skin. Just like I was telling, is it Micheline? I can't pronounce her name. I just said it wrong. I know I did. But everyone has skin, and everybody is washing their face with something. Okay. I don't care if it's water, but they're washing their face with something. Okay. So why not invite them into a free facial pampering? And so I like to call myself the queen of fish bowls because that's how I've built my business. Okay. I know many of you probably know what fish bowls are, right? I hope you've seen them. You've tried them. I saw a hand go up. Perfect. And so I started in, yes, with my family and friends. Okay. I also love to end my parties at the very end. I'm the way that I was taught is like, did you have fun? And how does your face feel? And what was your favorite product? I hope that if you had fun and your skin feels great, if there's one thing that I have is the only way that I have to grow my business is by word of mouth. So if you had fun and your face feels great, and if you notice I'm touching my face, I do this at my skincare parties. Okay. How does your skin feel? Okay. How does your skin feel? Touch your face. Okay. Create the fun with it. Forces their hands to touch their face. If you had fun and your face feels great, if you've got anybody in your life that you would love to gift a free facial pampering, I would love to facial them for you, and the gift comes from you. I would love their name and number. And guess what? They're going to get a text the same way that you did. Some will say yes, and some will say no. We call that a warm lead because you've already met half of the person that you facialed, and they're probably going to text them back and say, hey, Mimi, who's this Laura chick? She texted me and said you facialed her. And she's going to go, oh my God, I had so much fun and my skin feels amazing. Right? So then you book them. It's called a booking from a booking. Okay. I also like to follow up with makeup parties. So at the end of my facial, if they don't want to do a quick dash out the door, because everyone gets a quick dash out the door look with me. It's a CC cream, mascara, and a little bit of lipstick. I offer that at the end of every one of my parties. If they want more in-depth foundation matching, then I schedule them to come back. And then we do all the primers, the foundations, the mascaras, the liners, and all of that good stuff. And then we do before and after for portfolio pictures. Okay. Fish bowls. If you guys can see these, okay. If I could, I could probably turn my back off so you guys can see it. You'll see my my granddaughter's room. Let me turn this off. So you can see it. But basically, it is a fish bowl that I go out and I set up. It's not gonna. Of course, I'm trying to do this.
No, you're good.
There it is. Okay, none. So if you can see this, okay, this is my fish bowl. This just happened to be a box that was at the dollar store during Valentine's Day. So if you go now, the Easter boxes are out, and then pretty soon the Mother's Day stuff will be out too. And it's just a basic little 3x3x3 box. Okay, I've got a ribbon and a box full of pins that come from the dollar store. This is just a clip that was somewhere. It was actually a different color, and I spray painted it black, and it actually says thank you, like some of my stickers that I put on my orders when they go to customers. And then I've got popsicle sticks, okay? And I've got this card that I can send to Mimi. And then on the side of it, and lo and behold, I have leads. These are ones that I picked up already. I put the leads on the side, and that's my little box, okay? And I walk around with about, pardon me?
That's what the clip is for.
Yeah, that's what the clip is for, to hold them. Usually you can find clips like this in the section where the dishes are. They're like little chip holders, they're little tiny ones, but sometimes they're out and you sort of have to compromise, and that's where I found these other ones. And I literally walk around with about 20 to 40 of these in a box on my passenger seat, okay? Because I figure if they're on my passenger seat, they're not going to do me any good, so they got to go out. So as I'm driving around out and about, I'll see places, nail shops, donut shops, gymnastics places, yoga places, coffee shops, Laboo's, anything that's not a franchise. And I literally walk in, I'm like, that's a good spot. And I usually schedule the boxes around within my neighborhood, where my studio is, on the way from here to church, on the way here to my son's house, on the way here from the grocery store, from here to Sam's Club, anywhere that I'm driving about, that I know that I'm going to be in the area. Okay, right now I probably have about 35 of them out. I don't pick them all in one day. They all alternate. And I literally walk in and I'm like, hi, how are you? I was wondering if you had somewhere that I could set this up for your customers to enter for a free facial pampering. It's completely free. I'll come back and check on it for a week. What do you say? And sometimes I don't even say, what do you say? By that time, they want to get rid of me because they're right in the middle of doing something. And I'll look around like I'm looking for an area for them. And if I find a spot, I'm like, how does this work? Is that okay for you? Sure, leave it there. Thank you so much. Are you the owner? I'm Laura. Why don't you enter? I would love to get to know you as well too. And I leave. and I walk out. And I do that. And there's sometimes where I'll leave my studio and go, you know what? I need to put 3 out today. I need to put 4 out today. I need to put 5 out today. What does that look like? And so I constantly have leads coming in. I use my little zipper pouch. You guys have seen this on how to coordinate and keep them together. And so I'll drive around, pick them up. They're usually on the back like these. I'll write on the back where I pick them up. I fold them in half. Okay, I stick a paper clip on them and I stick them in the bag. This means that they have not been texted. If the clip is on and they're open and they're in a pile, that means they've gotten either 1 text, 2 texts, or 3 texts. Okay, and I can also share my scripts with Mimi. Okay, they're all in order: number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then I have a breakup text as well too. My breakup text usually goes out to people that have not responded. Okay. You guys, I hold on to my leads forever. And when I say that, I mean I don't throw them away until they say, you know what? They've either blocked me, changed their number, or literally said to you, lady, I'm not going to come into your facial. Stop texting me. Right? Because you never know. There's been so many times that I've lifted up, that I've woken up to a message and go, oh my God, I missed this. How did I miss this? I had no idea I missed this. Right? And then they text me back and I book them. My breakup text, it's one of my favorites because for some reason life has happened. How many of you have life happen, right? And life happens and all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, you're breaking up with me? No, I really wanted to do this. Well, you still can. Okay, let's figure out a day that works for you. And so there's a series of things that you go through. One thing that I learned a long time ago from Leah Carta, if you don't know Leah Carta, you can actually go onto Google and Google Leah Carta's booking scripts, and about 5 pages of Leah's first booking scripts that came out when she was a director on Google. And Leah always said to me, or always said to us, don't ever change something. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay, she says in horror, she's picked up people's phones and looked at the text when the consultant says it's not working. And they've tweaked the message, they've changed the message, and something's different. And she says, but that's not what I said. Okay, send the text out, you guys, exactly like we give it to you. Okay, just work the plan, let the plan work. I promise that it will work for you. So yeah, fish bowls are the heart of my business. Bookings from leads from new at my parties are the life of my business as well too. I sometimes will reach out to my customers and say, you know, hey Mimi, it's Laura. I know that you've had your eyes on this new booster for a while. I'll tell you what, if you give me 5 new leads, I will give you that item at half off. Okay, so Mimi's got the product in hand that she's been wanting to try, and I've got 5 new leads because maybe I'm running short. My goal last month was to see 100 faces. I saw 50. Okay, my goal for every week is to have 50 fresh leads. Okay, I think for this week I'm up to, and I track. A track number doesn't grow. Did you guys know that? I think I'm up to, and this is the tracking sheet that I use. You can see it, Mimi. It's the IGT. I don't know if you saw it.
The thing that, yeah.
From
Lily.
Yeah, you can track your new leads. You check in with your mentor, your 10 new bookings for the week, your 20 faces a week, and then it keeps track of your 5 personal chats. Okay, because you don't want to let those parties go without sharing the opportunity. It's working full circle, ladies. Okay, so I was running my numbers yesterday, and Mimi knows this. At the end of the month, we all sort of run our numbers and tell people how big our areas are. Units are and how many of those are personal yours. And I was surprised because I think that over half of my unit are all personal team members. And I could say that probably 100% of them came from a fishbowl.
Is your hair blown back, guys? I mean, seriously, oh my gosh.
So here's the thing is that, do they throw them away? They do. Okay. Will you come back and they're tucked in a corner? They are. Will your heart get broken? It will. Do I get sad and get in my car and drive away and give up? No. Okay. The fishbowl getting thrown away, bit and put away, doesn't define who I am as a Mary Kay sales consultant. Okay. It doesn't define how my business is going to grow. That just gives me the energy to say, you know what, if that one's thrown away, that means I have to put 2 out. One for that one that was thrown away and 1 more to keep up. And I just pick it up, I put 2 more out, and I get on my happy way. Sometimes there's some that, might have 1, lead when I go pick it up. And for me, I look at that lead, you guys, as a blessing. Okay, because I'm going to take that lead home and I'm going to book it, I'm going to coach it, I'm going to sell it, and three things are going to happen. I'm going to recruit her, she's going to become my customer, or I've just given her a free Mary Kay facial, which guess what? That's our job. Okay, back to doing what we're supposed to be doing, making feel special and just putting the product on women's faces.
You're amazing, lady. Mandy asked, how do you remember where they are?
Okay, so say for example, I go pick this up at Susie Q's nail shop. I go inside. Some girls will actually take a box and go in there and switch them out. I like to take the box and open it up in front of everybody and dump it out like this and let all the leads fall out, because it sort of gives them an idea like, oh, it's working. It's FOMO. What's in there? What's going on? And I take them all and I do walk around with my Mary Kay smock. Okay, so when people know when I'm coming around, I'm the Mary Kay lady. Okay, I figure that people go to work with a uniform on. Sometimes children go to school with a uniform on. Well, my Mary Kay smock is my uniform for the day. And so I'll walk in there with my smock and it has pockets and I'll stick my leads in there. And then I get in the car and I straighten them all out. I fold them in half and on the outside I'll write Susie Q's nail shop. Okay, and I'll open those up and I'll say, hey, Mimi, it's Laura with Mary. It's, I think it says, well, I'll send them to you so you can read them. So that's how I keep track of all of my leads and where they came from.
How do you remember? I think and that's wonderful. I think she's wanting to know, how do you remember like where you put them?
Okay, so good question. So I just last Friday, I think it was Friday, I checked in with Lily, my mentor, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go out today. I'm gonna put out 10 fish bowls. And so I keep notes in my phone. Okay, and so this was my note for 2/13, so the day before Valentine's Day. And I've got a list of Fam Nails on Folsom Boulevard. It has the address, Family Beauty Salon, Folsom Boulevard, Nail Tech, Hazel. And so I actually keep track on my phone in my notes section. So on February 13th, and then it has a check next to it, which lets me know that I've already checked that box at least once since the 13th.
Beautiful. What else would you like to ask Laura? It's okay to unmute.
It is. Please turn your camera on. Be my friend. I'm love and belonging. That's my love language.
Do you what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought as I'm speaking out loud. Are you doing most of them in person or are you doing some via Zoom?
I'm 100% in person. COVID and I didn't get along very well. I couldn't adapt. It's not that I haven't or that I won't, because there are some times that people will say, you're too far from me. And then I will pivot and say, well, we can do a virtual spa night as well too. I'm not opposed to it, but I would say that 99.9% of my facials are in person, in home and at the studio. So I do a lot in home as well too.
I think that you could ask 100 people and you're going to get 100 different answers. How are you doing, them in person or virtual or?
Well, and remember this too, you guys, doing our facials don't have to be, this whole elaborate setup. I mean, in the beginning of my business, when I didn't have a lot of product on hand, I was just getting started. I used to literally walk around with my roll-up bag, and it had my satin hand set. I think just one of the combination of oily sets, whatever, and a makeup remover and satin lips. Okay, and do hand shoulders on the back of the hand. But I used to do them in parks. I've done them in restaurants. I've done facials in cars. I've done facials in bathrooms, in restaurants. I've done facials just, I mean, it's on the go. You can literally do these anywhere. You really don't have to overthink it. So it's really, really simple, especially if you're warm chatting. Okay. Who hates to warm chat? Does that make you guys want to throw up and give you like the heebie-jeebies and like set your heart on fire? It's my favorite thing to do. Oh,
What do you say, Laura? How do you warm chat?
Love it. I love it. Let me see if I can find my warm chatting thing. So, how many times do you walk into a store and remember this? Grocery stores, banks, Anywhere that's providing customer service, they are made there to provide customer service, right? And you walk into the grocery store and they're checking you out. Walmart does it all the time. How many times have you heard them say, have you found everything did you find everything you were looking for? Anybody ever heard that? Did you find everything you were looking for? They're waiting for you to say yes. Guess what? I'm a rule breaker. I say no. And they look at me with this puzzled look on their face. I don't have my little blessing bag with me, but I've got a blessing bag with usually a charcoal sample, my business card, directions on a charcoal sample, and it's a little cute little card right now. They're Valentine's Days little cards. And I'm like, I came into the store to give away 3 of these, and I've got 1 left. And you were so nice to me to help me check out with my stuff today. I said you went above and beyond by finding me a bag and not charging me for it. I said I would love to gift you this. I said I would love to get your name and number to follow up. Is that okay? Just to get your opinion on the charcoal mask. All right, I gave it back to her. Okay, I'm always thanking somebody for the service that they've given me. Oh my God, Mimi, thank you so much for being so kind today. I have a little something from you. Oh my God, what is it? Well, it's a charcoal mask sample. I would love to get your opinion on it. Do you mind if I get your number? I said, and follow up with you maybe tomorrow. Would that be okay? Here's my phone. Put your number in here. Then I hand her my phone, and Mimi puts her number in my phone, and I walk away and I text her when I get in the car. I go to people, I text them from the car saying, hey, it's Laura with Mary Kay. I just met you at the inside and gave you a charcoal sample. This is my number. I'll follow up with you tomorrow. Let me read that last sample. So I have a separate studio, but I do go into people's homes to do facials.
Love it. Who wants to ask her a question? You bring everyone to your home that was.
I
Okay.
have, I have, and this is funny. I used to do a monthly margarita and makeovers at my house. They're a lot of fun because I would invite my friends and make them bring their friends in the beginning of my business. That's where I had like tons of grandkids and like kids in and out all the time. So I did in the beginning. I don't now because I have the studio, but I just go to their home.
And isn't that wonderful? There's so many ways you can do this. You can do this in their home, in your home, in a studio, virtually. You can plug into virtual events, all the things that we can do. I think that you just find after doing it a while, you find your sweet spot of what works for you. Laura, what, and you know, this is twice 15 minutes, so thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just didn't want you to feel like you had to be on for, you know.
No, I will talk forever, and I just had coffee, so I apologize, you guys.
No,
so.
You're great. You're great. So if you like, let's say you're walking the dog at the park, or you have your grandkids and you're in, you know, just like shopping at wherever, Target, it's not the checkout. How do you approach somebody that way?
I'm really big on compliments. I was raised in a family where compliments didn't come freely. There wasn't a lot of like, you're pretty, or I don't know what it was in my family, but I am very big on giving compliments. Oh my God, that color is gorgeous on you. Oh my God, I love those earrings, and look at those shoes. Your daughter's about the age of my granddaughters. How old is she? She's precious. And there's sometimes, you guys, that starting a simple conversation with somebody doesn't mean that I'm going to attack her and throw my Mary Kay on her. I'm sort of just planting the seed on who this person is. Okay, sometimes people don't want their own space and the compliments enough, and maybe you've done too much. But if I feel like there's a little bit more, then I'll take that opportunity and I will, bless her with a blessing bag. And I will let the compliment go a little bit further. But you can always tell, people's body language. I got into a conversation the other day, and I don't know if many of you know what a chayote is. It's sort of like a squash. We use it in Mexican soup, and I was at the grocery store getting it, and a lady was getting one too. And I said, we came from the same breed. I said, we're getting chayotes. We weren't supposed to eat meat. And she says, yes. And so we got into a simple conversation over chayotes, you guys. And so I didn't get her name and number, but it was sort of this friendly conversation that I shared with her, this story about this vegetable. But again, I did my job. Okay, I made her feel special. I made her feel good about her day.
And even though she didn't get her name and number, what you send out into the world is what's going to come back to you tenfold. So if you're sending that out, then the next person, or the next person or whatever, it's going to come back. Yeah. Any questions, you guys, for Laura? Please, like, unmute, ask her something or affirm her or something. What's one nugget you got? I would love to hear what you got.
Yes, conversations come from conversations. That is so true, Mandy.
You know, I'm going crazy over here.
You want to go crazy
Um,
together? Where do you live?
Well,
Oh,
I love everything you said because I have recently just been telling my husband, I just really have to get my boxes out or fish bowls, whatever we call them. And I love the fact, and you said you have like 35 at a time out or something.
I think the most I've had out one time I was on I was trying to shut down a seminar goal and I had 100 out.
Okay. So
But I have about 35 out, yes.
so my brain is thinking, okay, so if I want to put out 5 now,
Mhm.
and this is just because of pickup, okay, you have to go back and pick them up. So I'm thinking 5 to 7 a day,
Mhm.
and then you would log that.
Mhm.
And then on Monday, you go pick up those 5 to 7. And then on Tuesday, the next 5 to 7. Is that how you're kind of doing your?
I let them go at least a week. And so like the ones I put out on the 13th, the list that I showed you guys, those 10, I
Right.
just checked those um on Monday. So there was
Right.
almost on the 13th. So I let those go almost 2 weeks, but I've got enough out. So I mean, I literally let them go almost like 7 to 8, maybe 9 days, and then go check them. So I don't check my fish bowls every day. I don't book every day. Okay.
Well, what I'm thinking is if I wanted to get 50 out, okay, like on Monday, I would put 7 out. On Tuesday, I would put 7 out. But then at the end of the week, I'd go back to Monday and pick up those first 7. So,
It's whatever works for you. I put them out in areas that I know I'm going to be in. And so if I'm going to Sam's Club, I know there's 5 along the way. And so I'll stop and check those. If I'm going to the studio, when I leave the studio, I'll check those 5 or 6 as I leave the studio. And that could be like on Wednesdays or Saturday when I'm there. So there's always a pocket around me that I can pick up fish bowls from. But like I said, I don't book my leads every day. So on Sunday, Sundays are my day of reflection. And so that's the day that I figure out what my week's going to look like. I reflect on my week, what worked and what didn't work, and I set up my day. And so Mondays are basically my meeting days, my Zoom days. Tuesdays are my booking days. Wednesdays are my coaching calls. Thursdays are so every day has a day when I do something. So I have enough leads to carry me through for the week.
okay.
Because remember, the minute you text those people, say you have 50 leads come in and they all say yes, you have to book them.
Yeah.
So if you're booking every single day or picking up leads you have to just figure out one day when you're going to book.
Right. Right. Wow. That's busy. That's busy, but that makes you feel good, really.
It does. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah. So, okay, I'm excited just to hear that
Yes.
you're doing so well. I mean,
thank you.
that's absolutely fabulous to
I mean,
me.
I have my down days. I drove by I was picking up a lead the other day at Mel's Diner. I don't know if you guys have seen a Mel's Diner. And there was a nail shop across the place and it was one of those days where it was going to start raining and I got in my head and because it almost started raining, I didn't get out of my car. And
Hmm.
I just got in my head. I just got in my head. It's going to start raining. That's dumb. So let it start raining, Laura. I drove away. It was a minute I was having myself, whatever, for whatever it was. And so don't think that I don't have my days because I do. But
Mhm.
I do have anxiety when I run out of leads though, and no one's responding back.
Yeah. So when you get your leads, let's say you had 50 leads.
Mhm.
So of those, a lot of people will put their name in, but they won't actually book. What is your percentage of saying yes?
Let me see. So I'll tell you that actually it's really easy for me to tell you right now. Oh, I mixed these together, darn it. So I sent out, here. I sent out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I picked these up yesterday. There was 15 of them, and I've booked 3 so far, and there's 2 pending right now. And these were just from this week. These were just from yesterday.
Okay.
So some of them are like, let me get back to you on a date. One this morning I had text 3 times the same thing, the first initial text, and she goes, oh my God, how did I miss this? And I've already booked her. One girl's on vacation. I've written on leads, so I'm reading them to you. This one wants to wait until spring break, till the end of the month. And so it's not that they're dead leads, they're just all have something going on that haven't booked yet. But I mean, out of these, I've already booked 3 for this week. Actually 4, because I have another one. So I booked 4 out of my 15.
What I really love about fish bowls and booths is that when they come up and they're entering to win a facial, that's what your thing says, right?
Yeah, it just basically is enter to win a free microdermabrasion facial, fill out the attached card and drop a business card.
Mhm.
And I love when they drop their business card. This is where I get excited with my sharing. Here's Brenda Miller. She's a senior vice president for a tri-commercial company. Now that tells me there's a sharp woman who's a senior vice president, and guess what I want to do?
Go into that office.
Right? I want
Yeah.
to go meet this woman. Here is Gridley's Grub. Her name is Jessica Gridley, and she's the creator of Yummy Eats. I want to call this woman and I want to buy her coffee. Because I see more in this than just a regular fishbowl lead. I see my next team member. I see my first offspring. I see my first red jacket. And so there's sometimes where with my profile cards, you guys, I hope you guys are doing profile cards when they put, you know, what their job is or what they do for a living. Go back and revisit those. You can always book them for another facial, especially for makeup.
You are so good, lady.
I know. Thank you so much.
I just have a quick question. So how do you keep yourself organized where you're not like forgetting to call somebody back? Okay, you can call, I'm going to be gone for a month.
Mhm.
So how do you get your act together so you're not forgetting to call them?
Well, I also write on the back of my cards. I have a lady right here that just had surgery. And so I know that she had surgery on the 22nd of February. And I told her I would follow up with her in a week or so. So I take notes on the actual lead itself and say that, okay, I talked to Donna on the 18th. She said she was going to be having surgery on the 22nd and to give her a call back at the beginning of March. And so when I take the leads apart and I type in your number, I can see what my last text to her was because I don't delete my texts. So
Okay, so you're transferring that to a piece of paper, some spreadsheet or something.
No, it's the lead that I picked up from the fishbowl.
This is you typed it though. What are you typing into? Like Project Broadcast or what are you?
No, I'm texting everybody. Is that what you mean?
You're typing it into your
Oh,
phone.
I see.
Yeah.
But I'm saying because I had done one where I had a spreadsheet and then I just got all confused about what I was doing.
No, because I'll take the leads that I've picked up. So say for example, I pick these up. Okay, right now. And we've all got leads in our hands. We're going to take these leads and I'm going to give you the first text to send to everybody right now.
Okay.
Okay. So Kaylin is going to get a text from you right now as we're all sitting here working. And this whole pile is going to get the same text. Okay. And then I'm going to just paperclip them and just put them to the side. If they say, yes, this is me, then I send them the second one. If they say, yes, go ahead and send it, then I send them the third one. If they send them the next one, then I book them right there. And then I take it, I write it, and I put it in my appointment book. If some of these did not respond, I just leave it be. And then in 2 days, I come back and go back to my texting, to my booking day. And I'll take the same pile and I'll write it. I'll type in the number into my phone. I'll just go to text her and I can see the last text to that person. So where did I leave off with her?
Oh, I see.
So I have no spreadsheet. Everything's done on my phone. and with this piece of paper. And so if I lose this little bag, it's horrible. I left it at the airport one day and I was having it was horrible. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, Laura, I know for me, when I had quite a bit of leads at one time, what I was doing when I was texting, I was using the back of their entry form just to write text 1 and then text 2 and
Yeah.
text 3, just so I could I was segregating them in who had the first text and then this, and then I would group them like that and how
Yeah.
I would text them out.
And if that works for your brain, that works for your brain. For me, what works for me is that I know that if I've picked up Mimi Novak's name out of a lead box and I've texted her, and then it's been a couple of days. I mean, I was back in Tennessee during that ice storm, so I had my grandkids. We were all snowed in, so it'd been like a week or so since I booked or done anything. But I was able to type in, say, for example, Mimi's phone number, and
Oh,
still
I got you.
go back and look at like what the last conversation I had with Mimi.
Yeah, I think
so
that's better.
It is.
I think that is better.
That's what works for me.
Yeah.
And that way I'm not scrambling to look for a piece of paper or something on the computer. It's all on my phone or on the slip.
That is good. That's good.
What's CRM? I can't, Mandy.
It's a database.
Oh, I don't use that. I don't know what it is.
It's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
database for keeping track of your clients and leads.
I mean, we have In Touch, we have My Customers that does that for you. And personally, I use Project Broadcast, which Laura, if you use Project Broadcast, it would streamline you so much. Oh my God. Have you ever used anything like that?
Not for my booking my fish bowls. I mean, for my customer base and for my unit, I do. And for that's
Because you can launch a campaign and you don't even have to like sit down and text the second and the third, and you can schedule it. But
oh yeah.
Yeah.
If they have an iPhone, I do schedule my texts like for the night. Like I'm a night owl. If you text me at midnight, I'll probably be awake. We could have a decent conversation. I can't, but I will text my texts to go off the next morning. I do that a lot, and that's because if I'm gonna have a busy day and I haven't scheduled.
I am so grateful for your time, my friend. I took 2 pages of notes, and I do this all the time.
I appreciate you guys letting me be on. I'm on 40 for Mimi gave me 15 minutes, so I apologize. I
No,
sabotaged your meeting, you guys. But
not at all. I just didn't want you to feel like you had to be on for an hour. That's all.
I like to talk.
Does anybody have any last things they'd like to shout out to Laura or ask her?
Yes, Donna.
Okay. So these boxes you're putting out, do you just keep them in there and just keep going through them at the same place, or do you take them out sometimes and move them around too?
There are sometimes that I'll walk in and I feel that maybe it's had its run, and I'll pull it just because, or it's been moved like multiple times since you've walked in. I'm like, if that's not a sign that maybe it's time to move it. Or I had this favorite coffee shop, and they remodeled it. And I didn't ask to put one back in, but usually during Christmas time is when they would move mine out of the way to put their Christmas stuff up. And then they took it out. So I'm like, okay, we've had our run, which is fine. There's also sometimes that I'll walk in and not even ask to put one in. How many of you guys ever walked in and they've got, those little boxes for like children, put money here or buy a lollipop or buy a piece of candy? I put my fishbowl next to it and I walk out. I figured they've already done the asking for me, and I sort of just move this over to the side and make like mine go in front.
I love you. Because obviously they're okay with it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There are some places that say that if you could stick it on a bulletin board, and I haven't gone to this extreme, if it, like my girlfriend owns Jamba Juices, and she goes, Laura, she goes, we're corporate. If you can get it to stick on the bulletin board, you can do whatever you want. I never sort of went back. My thoughts were I was going to get a paper, like something, and go on the inside of the box to make it stick on the bulletin board. I'm like, I could just see disaster happening, but I never like tried or anything. Um, yeah, but yeah, I mean, I also love to honoring working women. Rose promos are my favorite too. Mimi, you and I were on a call the other day where I think this is a great way to do lead at daycare centers or preschools, just to go in and talk to the director and ask if you could sort of um, honor the moms as they're picking up their children at the end of the day.
I love that.
Yeah. Here's the thing, if you don't try something, you're going to feel stuck. And stuck is not a good place to be in. Especially in this business, because we're the ones that have to motivate ourselves to get there and do something. It's not going to come to us. And there's nothing worse than not having a party on your books.
Love it. Love it.
I love your faces. I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you so much. Oh, I owe you big.
Oh, girl, I'm going to come find you.
Laura, thank you so very much.
Can I take a quick picture of us?
Please.
Okay, let's take our picture. Let's all be cute.
And then just send it to me.
I will. All right. I love your faces. It was a pleasure to meet you guys. I will give Mimi the top to this, the slips that go on the side, my booking scripts. She has my info. You guys find me on Messenger, friend me on Facebook, send me a quick message. I'm here. That's what we do. Okay, that's our job. I serve you guys with open hands, and I'm always here for you guys. Okay, love you guys. Love you, Mimi.
Love you.
Okay. Bye.
Hi, sweetie. Oh my gosh, are you guys just blown away? Are you guys just blown away? Any comments? Anything?
I've seen her before. What was it on? Who's?
She's one of Lily's directors, so you might have seen her on.
That's where it was,
there,
and
yeah.
she was. Yeah, she's really good. She has a lot of good ideas.
Where does she live?
I think she's up in the Sacramento area. I'm really not even sure.
Well,
she's in California.
Yeah.
She's the way she talked. It sounds like Sacramento area.
Yeah. The streets. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Kim, my everything is wonky here too. Like my internet's been lagging all day. Okay, I'm gonna shift gears for a second and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay. I have two things. One is really fast. Wear sunscreen. Oh my God, wear sunscreen. Please wear sunscreen. Get your kids and your grandkids and everyone that you know to please wear sunscreen. I just took my mom to the dermatologist again. She did 3 Mohs procedures. She was there for almost 6 hours, and this entire side of her face. Oh my God, you guys. Sunscreen. Okay. I don't know if you've seen In Touch or Facebook, but this month is enormous. Okay, this is the enormous month. The Star Quarter ends on May March 15th. And we have double credit for sales. So our wholesale orders, double credit from the 1st to the 15th of this month only. Okay. So what does that mean? I just want to make sure that you know what it means. Okay. Normally $1 of wholesale is worth $2 of retail, right? But for the first 15 days of the month, it's worth $4 of retail. So that means if you do 1,000, it's normally worth 2,000. And this for the first 15 days is worth 4,000, and it's for any dollar amount. Okay, so it's really kind of a big deal. No, that's not what I get paid off of. It's not what you get paid off of, but it's for our unit wholesale, and it's for your Princess Court and your Queen's Court of sales. Okay, it doesn't help for Car, it doesn't help for Star, but it does help for courts. Okay. And it's a really big deal, and it won't happen again this seminar year. Okay. So there's that. We've also got double credit on Court of Sharing. So for this month, when you add a team member, it counts as 2. Okay. Counts as 2 for the whole month. And along with it, we've got a $10 e-start. Okay. $10 e-start. Now, this does not mean go charge a bunch of product on your Visa. Nobody's saying that. Okay. What I am saying is call your customers, see what they need, right? Janice suggested doing like a buy one, get one 20%. You do whatever works in your world. I am just servicing my customers, but I'm making sure in the first 15 days that I'm absolutely going to, I'll definitely get to the 1,000 as a max, but just call customers and see what they need. Okay. Suggestive sell, oh, you're getting a cleanser and a moisturizer. Have you tried the Barrier Restore? Have you tried day and night? Get it? Okay. It doesn't mean go sign everybody up for $10, but it does mean, I was talking to another director friend here before we got on, and she said, hand to God, and she is like so down to earth, guys. My friend Michelle, she was at Starbucks yesterday, and 2 girls were sitting there talking and drinking coffee, and she just walked up to them because she's kind of in her personality. She walked up and says, Debbie, she says to the lady, I'm looking at Debbie, how much did you and your friend spend on those coffees? And they had spent $23. Okay. And she said, did you know that like right now you could become a Mary Kay consultant and you could earn extra money just from your phone using your My Shop? You could sign up for $10. And the girl signed up on the spot. Like, kind of cool. So, we all probably know some people who have been in our head, like, she should be a consultant signing up for $10, and we've got My Shop and orders being, sent from our company. It's just a lot of opportunity right now. Okay, good. Makes sense. And I posted in our Believe chat, I posted flyers. If you want to use flyers, I posted, I'm going to show you this. Of course, we have to have, I got this from Janice. Whoops, wrong place. Right here. So if you get to 600 by the 15th, you'll get this crossbody wristlet. And if you get to 1,000 by the 15th, you can also have either this organizer or a trunk organizer. Okay. So it's just, you're not going to do it for the prize. It's just an extra thing to, okay. Are you guys still there? Okay, there you are. Alicia was going to be on, and I don't know what happened. She said she was going to be late, but it's a little too late. Anybody have a question or a comment? Anything? I want to encourage you to pick something that you heard tonight and go, I'm going to run with that. Now, just because Laura has 35 boxes out and she's had as many of 100 doesn't mean you have to have 35. Nobody's saying that. Ask, like Debbie said, if I do 7 today and or if I do 1 today and 1 tomorrow, however you choose, but I want to encourage you to give it a shot. Okay. She's already texted me the info. Well, I think she's texted me a couple times. So I'll get all that to you. Okay. Good. Excited. Debbie, I can see you're excited. Seriously, it's cool. I had a closing thing here. Laura referenced a call that we were both on. And I'm just going to read this little tiny bit of notes. It's from Leah Carta. And she said, what she has learned is for every day to start her day with prayer, not in the watch over her and thank you for this. Yes, those things, but also, God, what do you have for me today? Have the open arms. What do you have for me today? Use me as your vessel. I have this business. If all we did is go out and make women feel important, feel seen, feel beautiful, giving the genuine compliments, then we have done good work. Okay. And if you can also get paid for it, even better. But does this make sense? God, I'm available. Use me. What do you have for me today? And then move. Okay. Good. All right. I hope this sticks. I hope that you like, it's so easy to get scared. Debbie, you want to say something? Go ahead.
No, actually, I'm sorry. My dog is barking at
Go
me.
ahead.
So I was trying to get him to be quiet.
Okay. Well, I'm seeing. I love this. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful, you guys. I love you. Go out. Make it a great rest of your week. I'm here for you at any point. Anything you need. Okay. Mwah.
Thank you.